If you feel sometimes like God is not with you, I want you to hear this. Hit that like button right now and watch this.
I happened to go to a church service on a weekend when I was firefighting, and I went, and on a Sunday I was sitting in the back, and I'll never forget it. There's this pastor, his name was Joey, and he was preaching out of Psalms chapter 1, and then he was talking about how, aren't you missing your father? And he was talking about, and I just remember as Pastor Joey, as he was praying, I was sitting in the back, and the best way that I could describe it is I just started missing God. I really just started to miss him, and then I just felt like God was just drawing me. The pastor gave the altar call, and I remember I got up and I was kind of sitting in the back. There was a bunch of people at the altar, and I was kind of just standing in the back, and then the pastor comes and he makes a beeline to me, and he grabs me and he goes, "RJ, how are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, it's going good." I'm totally lying. And he's all, "How you doing?" And I was like, I'm good, I'm good. And then he asked me a third time, and he said, "RJ, how are you doing?" And then I just broke down and I was crying. And it was in that moment to where it's like, if you've ever heard of the prodigal son story in Luke, Jesus said that when the son came to his senses, and that was honestly that moment, that day in that church for me, where I finally was just like, what am I doing, God? And I came into my senses. And the thing that rocks me the most about this moment, and I tell people this all the time, is that when I walked up to that altar, I was expecting my father to have like a lightning bolt, right? And be like, "RJ, you idiot, like you knew better." It's one thing for unbelievers to be out there then come to the Lord. It's a whole nother thing. I felt like personally when I was in it, to where I spit on Jesus. I ran from him. I knew better. I was raised in church. I went to a Christian high school. Like, God, how can you forgive me? And then I remember that in that moment when the pastor was praying for me, all I felt was no punishment, no anger. All I felt was just an overwhelming love of God. And he really was. He was like, "My son, you were lost, but who cares about that? You're found now. You're here." And what's so crazy about God is, just that week, I was probably screwing around with a girl. Who knows what I was doing just that week. I was probably drinking, partying, and it instantly God forgave me. And he didn't just forgive me, he reinstated me. He gave me my calling back, my purpose back, and I doubted it. Like the prodigal son story, when you come back to him, he's not there with a lightning bolt. He's not there to punish you. He just wants to love you. He wants to heal you, and he wants to say, my lost daughter, my lost son, now you're found. Now you're found. So come back to him. Run back while you have time.